Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Culinary Union press conference, and thank you for coming here today. I have some remarks, and then we will hear from several stations, casinos, workers. Today marks the beginning of a significant trial where station casinos will face the consequences of their anti-union and anti-worker actions. Stations Casinos is currently on trial for union discrimination. The case is one of the largest labor law enforcement actions in U.S. history. The National Labor Relations Board hearing began at 9 a.m. earlier today in the building behind us. This hearing is a monumental step towards justice for workers who have been discriminated against by Stations Casinos. The NLRB General Counsel has alleged that Stations Casinos used the COVID-19 pandemic as a scheme to lay off workers and undermine their efforts to unionize. The company's actions were deliberately aimed at weakening union support, culminating in the unlawful withdrawal of union recognition at Boulder Station and Palace Station. There will be 39 hearing days in this trial throughout the rest of 2024, and it stands as one of the largest labor law enforcement actions in U.S. history, reflecting the gravity of Stations Casinos' misconduct. Culinary Union stands with the brave workers who will testify about the union discrimination that they have endured. We look forward to the federal government making the case beginning this week against Stations Casinos and its properties for their shameful anti-union and anti-worker behavior. For workers being heard as they testify in the hearing about how they were discriminated against, and for justice to be reached. We're confident that the government will find that Station Casinos violated the law, just as it recently found that Red Rock Casino violated the law. And it's shocking to see a major gaming company behaving this badly in the Nevada gaming industry. But even as the Gaming Control Board does nothing about one of their licensees who holds a privileged gaming license, the company will be held accountable by the federal government starting with the hearings this week. Culinary Union is also doing outreach to Station Casinos partners, which include celebrity chef Mark Vetri, Blue Ribbon Restaurants, Frank and Brownstein Hyatt Farber Schreck. These partners need to know that Station Casinos continues to be an outlier in the Nevada gaming industry for the way it treats its workers. And finally, it's notable. One of the largest labor enforcement actions in American history, that Stations Casinos co-owners, Frank Fertitta III and Lorenzo Fertitta, must appear at trial since Stations Casinos lost its effort. They lost the effort to block an NLRB order compelling them to testify. And we've always said we will never walk away from workers who stand up and organize to demand a better future for themselves. So with that, I'd like to introduce Jennifer Hansen. She does banquets at Red Rock's, 18 years employee. Jennifer, come on up. Give her a big hand, guys.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Hansen. As he said, I have worked at the Station Casinos for 18 years, Red Rock's in the banquet department. I started on call, and I worked my way up to a full-time position, and I left a career, 30-year career, a really good one with insurance, to stay at Station Casinos, knowing that they were a very good company. And I went full-time and I got insurance through them, and I left my career at the airlines, where I also helped bring in a union there. That being said, I believe Red Rock knew of my union activity at the airlines, and I felt like when given the opportunity, aka the pandemic, they chose to not bring me back. So I brought in my daughter, who she met her husband, who also worked in the banquet department. I brought in my other daughter, who worked in the bakery department, and I brought in my son because it was supposedly a family, bring your family and friends to work at the Station Casinos, because they were such a good place to work at, and we support locals and we support families. However, we all lost our jobs in the pandemic, and I am now working 9 different jobs. They did bring me back, but during the pandemic, when we lost our jobs, it was the day that my daughter brought home her brand new baby, and they had just bought a brand new house. We lost our jobs all on the same day, and they had to move in with me. It's affected our whole family from being let go, and then the hiring back system, instead of bringing back the loyal employees who did leave everything to work for them, they chose to bring back people who had no seniority. So now I'm working 9 different positions. They called me back. I'm on call at Red Rock. I don't have insurance. I'm paying for insurance on my own. I don't have my seniority back at Red Rock. I have nothing at Red Rock except every once in a while, if I'm able to, since I am only on call right back to where I started, eventually I'll get a shift every once in a while. I'm very confident in our legal system, and I'm hoping that today, being the first day, it's a long time coming that we have been working towards today to get to this point where our legal system can see exactly what Station Casinos has done to families and how what the effect has brought on to all of the family members that were affected by the layoffs and the consequential non-hiring back of loyal employees. I'm going to fight every single day, and I'm extremely proud to be here and to fight for all my coworkers that are up there who will have to go on trial. I'm hoping that the system will work the way it should be, and that Station Casinos can be brought back to see this is what you need to do. This was the right thing to do, and you should have done this, and let's get back to where it should have been.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ed. Next up, we have Cassiano Corpus. He's a casino porter at Palace Station, and he's a 32-year employee. Cassiano, come on up, brother.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Cassiano Corpus. I work at Palace Station for 32 years as a casino porter, and I still got nothing to show for. The reason why I became a union committee, because I know what's good for the family. Having a union contract inside stations will give us a good benefits, a good pay, a good not being scared to go to work every day when you're gonna at the time that they don't know when you're gonna get fired. I'll fight for this because of my family. I got 2 boys and a wife. Which my wife is sick. She had a stroke 4 years ago. So now I'm the only one who's working in station casinos. I have seen so many unfair labor practices inside station casinos. That's why I'm there. I'm a committee. I'm always organizing people not to be scared. We have to be united. If you guys want to get this contract, we got to be united. We got to be in this together. We can't be divided. I'm so proud to be a part of this family because this family is always supporting me, Mr. Ted. And most of all, the only thing that I love this. I love this. Stations should be accountable for what they're doing to all the station casino workers. To all those people who got laid off in that pandemic time, talking to me, and I told them, I was like, hey, well, I'm trying the best I could at station casinos. I'm fighting for my family as well as the family of all the station casino workers and Palace Station. I'm trying the best I could. But on behalf of all the families of the station casino workers, I would definitely fight this at the end. And I hopefully, it's not just hopefully, I'm very positive about this. We're going to get this contract at the end of this year. Thank you very much.
All right, good job, Cassiano. Thank you so much, Cassiano. Next up, Alba Acosta, banquet server at Red Rock, 18 years. Alba, give her a big hand, guys.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Like I said, my name is Alba Acosta. I work at Red Rock Casino as a banquet server for 18 years now. Within my time at Red Rock, I was able to grow alongside the hotel. I'm fighting to be reinstated into our pre-pandemic position, along with regaining our seniority, all that was lost when we were laid off during the pandemic. Within my 17 years in the company, I made my way up to the B list, which secured me as working as an average of 30 hours a week. When I was rehired as an on-call server. I am lucky now if I'm able to work a single shift a week. This financial change has burdened me and my family, adding additional stress and mental anguish that has affected my life to today. I myself right now am a sole caretaker of my elderly, physically disabled mother, having to constantly worry for her health along with if I have the ability to afford her care, has constant burden that I was spiraling into. With the loss of work, I had then stressed about looking for other employment to make up for the loss of revenue that I was not financially prepared for. Despite my 17-year sacrifice to Red Rock, I was treated like a simple rock in the fountain. Many other companies have come back strong post-pandemic, giving opportunities to its workers to come back during the life-changing event that was the pandemic. Station Casinos is the only one going backwards. I have personally lost faith in the company's humanity for those who work within their walls. By losing their humanity, the company has handicapped itself by weakening its support held by its employees. They promised to give so much, such as free health care, but now with my limited hours, I am not qualified to receive it. Its benefits are only for full-time employees, which pre-pandemic I was. The company strides itself on giving back to the community. One of its most famous quotes is, "We love locals," but it's refusing to give back what really matters, giving back our jobs. I'm very hopeful today, alongside, now that we've waited so long for this trial to begin, that we will have, that justice will be served for all of us, that we will have a contract. We will not stop fighting for our contract and for all of our co-workers. Union, go Union.
All right. Thank you so much. So in this massive trial, you'll see examples of lawlessness, law-breaking, and the notion that station casinos is above the law. You'll also see proof of pervasive use of the MUD list, M-U-D, or management, union, or don't know, to determine who came back to work from the pandemic. You'll see denial of benefit plans based on union support. And it's a fact that many of these workers are now $3 to $4 an hour behind union contracts at places like the Stratosphere, or the Westgate, or the Sahara. We will provide regular updates of activity in the trial, this massive trial. We invite the Fertittas to step out of their 300-foot super yachts and negotiate a fair contract. But until then, the Fertittas and station casinos need to know they're not above the law. And while the Nevada Gaming Control Board has chosen to look away, thank goodness the federal government is representing these workers and their right to have a union. We also invite President Trump and Vice President Vance, Vice President nominee Vance, and their newfound care for workers to denounce this outrageous conduct by their major donors at stations casinos who are part of the MAGA machine. And we certainly expect continued support from Vice President Harris in his fight for justice for workers at stations casinos. We will never walk away from this fight. We are going to be here with these workers until we win a fair contract at station casinos. Thank you. So if we have any questions.